Hey people, welcome to Inside Out Talk podcast. Today's episode, guys, is simple. No interview, just a real conversation.
Yeah.
This is what we call what's on your mind.
Yeah.
A space where we say what we usually keep quiet. Yeah. So, bro, what's really on your mind today?
What's on my mind today? Yeah, I saw another. I saw Zingomalo's thing. I saw Zingomalo's birthday wish.
Yeah. You saw it on.
I think I saw it on Facebook, if I'm not mistaken. Now,
Yeah.
I can't remember where I came across the list, but she wrote a list. She wrote a list, man. Claiming about she wants. I don't know. She said she wants. She wants someone to buy her shares at JSE 4-inch week, 17 Pro Max. Yo, my friend. Yo. You know that she wants 30,000 rands core cash,
Yeah.
just to name a few. And I felt okay for Martin, for birthdays.
Yeah.
They very special to one's life. But do you think the list that I just told you now, it's still ongoing, just that some of the things in this coffee.
Yeah.
But do you think Uguti should birthdays be celebrated to that cause, which is for 30,000 rands, nama wiki costing 15,000 rands, uzofuna nama iPhone 17 Pro Max. What do you think about the list? Do you think, but do we need to celebrate birthdays in that extent?
No, I don't think so, bro. Birthdays, bro, were supposed to be simple, bro. I feel like when it's your birthday, you know, the precious gift that I can give you is to be with you, bro. You understand? Because we've materialized birthdays, you understand? Yeah, when it's my birthday, like, and if I don't get something that is material, like an iPhone or something, then that means people don't love me. Because people who are used to material things, bro. Want to make an example, né? Let's say you're a guy, and then you're dating this girl or this woman, né? And now this woman, bro, she asks you that, you know, on my birthday, this is what I want. And then she's naming maybe an iPhone 13. Understand? Maybe that expensive Nike sneaker.
Yeah.
And she knows, bro. Or maybe she doesn't know. She doesn't even know where you come from. She doesn't even know your background. Like, yeah. And she tells you what she wants. To me, bro, it doesn't make sense.
And you know, there are people that feel entitled. They feel entitled and they have expectations. It's as if we are forced to buy them things.
Yeah.
To buy them things on their birthday.
Yeah.
If you don't buy them things, it means you don't love them. You're not a true friend.
But sometimes, bro, we won't be able like to buy things every time, bro. Because at some point, like, it could be your birthday. You find out that I'm experiencing like some hardships, you understand?
Financially,
I'm not okay, bro.
Yeah.
Or maybe there's a project that I started and I can't pause my projects, bro, because of a birthday, bro. It's coming again next year. It's coming again the next year.
My friend,
every year.
Never
ends, bro. And
so it means when every year you're going to want I'm an iPhone name mode every year.
And this thing shouldn't be something that you wait until it's your birthday.
Yeah.
You understand? If I have money and I feel like I should buy you something, I'm going to buy it to you.
Okay.
You understand?
On that note, ne?
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you something. And this one is concerning relationships. About relationships. Because I've seen this. I've seen most people talk about this, and most of the people that I'm close with, they always have this conversation.
Yeah.
I thought that I should share your 2 cents on this one.
Yeah.
To say, do you think a relationship would survive without money? Let's say you're not working and the chick is not working, or the girl rather.
Yeah.
Let me not
like
call them chicks.
Both of us.
That's one considering. But do you think a relationship is a necessity? And do you think a relationship would survive without money?
Without money? It depends. Yeah, it depends on the two people who are navigating the ship, bro. You understand? Because I don't think relationship is about money.
Yeah.
You understand? Even though, like, you know, there are things that we will want that need money. You understand?
Yeah.
But that shouldn't define, you know, our relationship, bro. Understand? the foundation of our relationship should be, simple. Should be simple, like I love you, you love me, and we're trying to navigate life together. You understand? Even though there are challenges or, there are situations that will need us like to, provide financially. You understand? But that shouldn't be something that we stress ourselves about. You understand? Should be something that, okay, we know money will be needed, but let's not make it
Should be the sense of attention or the sense
the key of the relationship. You understand? Some other relationship, bro, with that money, bro, like they're so many relationships, bro.
Okay, Musa. Okay, and then I have another question for you, ne?
Yeah.
Now I'm also gonna give you my opinion in this question that I'm gonna ask you.
Yeah.
Would you personally, as Prince Musa, would you take or rather, if you're saying this, your current girlfriend,
your
current girlfriend, would you take her to school? Would you pay for her license? Would you, given the means, would you build in Gibo if it still needs building?
Yeah.
Would you buy her a car? Like, would you take your, like, in fact, would you give her your all?
Yeah.
Yeah, buy a house with your money and put it under her name or put it under both of yours names.
Yeah.
Would you do that? Get married to her in community of property. Would you do that? Do you think it's still safe to do those kinds of things?
It's a hard question, you understand? Because, okay, what I can say is, some of the things that you've mentioned, I will do them, bro, without even, I don't know.
Without hesitation.
Without hesitation. In terms of like getting married in community of property, understand? I'll do that because I believe, bro, if I say like, I love you, especially like my girlfriend, we have a child, a child that is coming, you understand?
Congrats.
So it is important, bro, like to think also the safety of the child. You understand? In terms of when I get married in community of property, it's not about us. You understand? At some point, it's about the child, because when she grows up or when he grows up, you understand? He's the one who's gonna inherit the house.
But what if you'll divorce along the way?
We divorce along the way. Yeah, they split. At the court, they're gonna split half.
But do you know how draining it is?
I know it's draining. That's why I say at first, when you're getting into marriage, bro, like you need to know what you are putting yourself into.
Yeah.
You understand? Because we, as black people, we think marriage like it's something that is hard.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
Because like we grew up like in a city or in an environment where like a lot of people are not married because they talk bad about marriage. You understand? They say like, there's 50-50 things like, girls get married because, they benefit. But also at some point, you as a guy, you also benefit in some ways.
Yeah. Yeah, gee.
You understand?
Yeah.
So going to building her home, I think that should be something of me assisting her. Not me personally building her home, you understand? But it will be her being assisted by me.
Okay.
I think it's gonna go like that, you understand?
License?
Yeah, I'm gonna do a license for her.
Pay for her school fees?
Pay for her school fees if I have to.
I don't know if the rumors are true. Apparently.
Yeah.
Apparently. Is it? I don't know who's the chick and who's the guy, but they call themselves, I think, Tando Bash. I don't know who's the chick. I don't know who's the guy there.
Yeah.
But apparently, some say it's fake news, but apparently the guy met the chick at a restaurant. Okay, maybe they spoke and then they decided they're going to do whatever they're doing.
Yeah.
The guy apparently paid for the girls or for the woman's thingy studies.
Yeah.
Took her to school.
To do law.
To do law.
Yeah.
She graduated now, this one. Now this one is graduated.
Now this one is working.
Now this one is working now. He sees the other Makutsumela now, this one. And leaves.
And what is the guy doing?
Like, in what sense?
Like, there's this thing, I always tell my girlfriend that, if I'm studying, they say I'm doing something, I'm studying, you understand? And you are sitting in my house. You're not doing anything. You understand? And I come up with proposals, like maybe they say, no, do nursing, do teaching, do this, do that. And then you be like, no, I want to be what do they call them?
Housewife.
Housewife, you understand?
Yeah.
Those girls.
No,
listen, at some point, bro, when I finished my studies, let's say I was doing law, and now I'm starting to see other lawyers. You know, I have all the rights, bro, to live you. You're just sitting there in my house. You're my maid. You are cleaning. You are cooking for me. I'm paying you every month.
No, that was not the case.
I'm making an example.
Okay. Yeah. But in that case, that was not the case. The guy is busy already with whatever that he's doing. I don't know if it's programming or what.
Yeah.
But it shows
Like some
the guy has money.
Yeah.
Some software. Because he was able to pay for her studies. Sorry.
Yeah.
Now, I think if this is true, what happened was the chick didn't love the guy at all. I was telling this other guy, Oguti, a woman will do anything to get what she wants. A woman can stay with you, my friend, for a decade without loving you just because there's something that she needs and she's benefiting from you.
Yeah.
The moment she gets someone else who she loves and she already has what she benefited from you, she's going to leave you without doubt.
Obvious. And also it goes back to men also. Do you know men like can stay with a woman? They say like they just met with a woman, understand? They started dating and the woman is like, no, I can't give you sex now. You understand? We have to wait for a certain time. The guy, bro, can wait because he knows what he wants. You understand? Even though it's not the same as what you are describing, ne? But what comes in my mind is also men do that because we've seen a lot of guys or a lot of stories, rather. You know, girls be like, once they get what they want, bro, they're gonna run away. You understand? The guy never loved you. He just wanted what he wanted. It was last, you understand?
It never lasts.
And it never lasts, bro.
Yeah.
You understand?
I get you.
Yeah. So, bro, let me ask you a question, you know, regarding relationships, because you just touched the relationship topic, ne? Do you think like we are clear about what we want in a relationship as human beings, bro?
You mean both women and men?
Yeah. We are clear about what we want. Or it's just like people are there for benefits or what?
Okay, my friend, let me cook. Let me cook, my friend.
Yeah.
I feel like we get into relationships without knowing ourselves.
Yeah.
And I feel like we get into relationships thinking that we think we know what we want.
Yeah.
But the truth of the matter is we don't.
We don't know, yeah.
I don't know if there's this status. I don't know when it was. And as father, I posted it on my WhatsApp status.
Yeah.
It was saying people don't love themselves and they don't have self-worth. What we do is we go to the next person looking for self-worth.
Yeah.
And if you rely on that person for love and rely, because I feel like if you go to a relationship with things that you want, that relationship is bound to fail.
Obvious.
If you go there with things that you want, it is bound to fail. So I feel like the only thing that you need, from a person is to say, I need a companion. I need someone, a life partner. I need someone who can help me live this life thing.
Yeah.
Because my friend, when we get there, we don't know what we want.
Yeah.
Because we get there, we think that we know what we want, but the truth of the matter is we don't know what we want. And when we get there, we find out that what I thought I want, I didn't want. So now it's not gonna last. Well, I don't know if my answer made sense.
No, it does, bro.
Yeah, we don't know what to. I don't think there's anyone who knows what they want here, because you'll find out you're interested in playing soccer. After some time, you'll feel like, man, that soccer is not my thing.
Yeah.
That's why we're living. That's life. We discover ourselves each and every day.
Yeah.
That's why you're very lucky too. That's why you need to find someone who's gonna understand you and who's not gonna feel down when you grow.
Exactly.
Because as people, we grow every day.
Exactly.
So when you find someone, I'm gonna grow individually. So I don't need you to be jealous or keep me down when I grow individually. Because do you know which your partner can be jealous of you?
Yeah. It happens a lot of time. Because some, it's not that they are jealous because you're going to succeed, you understand? Some, they become jealous because they think when you're successful, you're going to live there.
So yeah, man, but answering you, I don't think we know what we want.
Yeah.
I don't think, we think we do, but we don't.
Yeah. I mean, I think we are lacking self-awareness, bro. As people, bro, because when we grew up or when we were born, the only thing that we knew was love. Yeah. Because our parents, bro, they taught us love. And then now when we are growing up, there's this thing that we call fear. It comes in, you understand? And we see it from other people, you understand?
Yeah.
Now you have grown men, they say you never dated.
Yeah.
You just meet up with a friend, and then this friend is telling you, hey, bro, my girlfriend cheated on me. You know, after all these years, after what I've done for her, you understand? All these things, you understand? It gives you like a different perspective in a woman. Because you also think like, hey, I could find a woman and she might do the same thing, you understand?
Yeah.
Which is something that will never happen, or it could happen. You understand?
Yeah, powerful. You know, there's something that I want to ask you, ne?
Yeah.
Before I forget quickly. I've always wanted to ask you this, and I didn't want to ask you to record it, but now that we're here,
Yeah.
I might as well. What do you feel, ne? Do you think it's fair? Okay, I'm going to give you a scenario.
Yeah.
There's a chick that stays maybe in Leander.
Yeah.
Or in Sekunda, wherever the case may be.
Yeah.
But let's say in Leander or in Mbalente, in a castle location. That you get there, you don't know the chick.
Yeah.
You ask around.
Yeah.
They tell you, sitshele ngombali ndoda, or wasitshele ngoZinhle. uZinhle unabantwana abayi-2, uZinhle bekajula namajita ahamba ngemoto. Manje uZinhle sekayasonta, sekayisola ngoba unabantwana abayi-2.
Yeah.
Abantwana ungayida, uZinhle sekaphelile. That's the word they use.
Yeah.
Guys, I'm quoting, it's not me.
Yeah.
Uzinhle sekaphelile or whatever. Do you think it's fair? Do you think it's fair we judge people based on their past? Or do you think it's also unfair on us? Do you think
Yeah.
who is it unfair on? Is it unfair on her or is it unfair on me? Is it unfair on her because and she made mistakes? Now she's trying to change her life. Do you get my question though?
I get your question, ne?
Yes.
And it's an interesting question.
Yeah.
So, ne? First of all, we have to understand that people change.
Yeah.
People grow, bro.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
So our past, they don't define our future.
True.
You understand? What I did before doesn't mean I'm gonna do it again. Unless I'm still living in the past. Because the problem is we have people who do mistakes.
Yeah.
And they don't learn from their mistakes.
Yeah.
That's why a lot of people will say, like, you know, Christians most of the time will be like, God will put you in the same situation again and again and again until you learn.
Yeah.
You understand what you are supposed to learn. You understand? Because there are people, bro, you know, they are facing challenges currently right now, ne? And they think, only finding out, you know, God is just giving you a test. He wants you to grow in a certain area. You understand? But if you are not aware, you will think of it as just God is punishing me. You understand?
And my friend, you're bringing me into another zone.
Yeah.
That's why I'm not saying, and hear me well, man.
Yeah.
And listeners, please hear me well. I'm not saying khona abantu abanganadlozi or abangamelanga baba prophets, or abangamelanga baba bafundisi, whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
But I feel like the mistakes that we make as black people, specifically, I'm gonna go to black people, my people, or let me say Africans.
Yeah.
Is we in seasons of, or in seasons. That's it, as a person, you're gonna have seasons. There's a season where it's just your season to, there's something that needs to be broken inside of you. Or there's something that you need to be aware of before you go to the next stage. It doesn't necessarily mean, I feel like the mistake that we make, the majority of us, is we cannot withstand challenges. There are some challenges that needs you alone. With your friends and put them on a pause.
Yeah.
Go to church if you need to go to church.
Exactly.
But cleanse yourself. Not necessarily just because maybe you're not working, it means again when about 15. You know why? Because there's something that you need to accept inside of you and live the season.
Yeah.
Every season lasts into it. And go by winter forever.
Yeah, that's true, bro. That's powerful.
I feel like we need to stop this thing of, when the negatives are happening in our lives, it means God or Amadlos, they want us to trust, or God wants us to, or God is not answering our prayers. Sometimes there's this saying, sometimes being silent is an answer.
It's an answer. You know, I always say, ne, sometimes you need to be grateful that you've prayed for something and God didn't give you that thing, because He knows, bro. If I give you that thing, maybe you were not gonna be the person that you are currently right now. I always say I'm grateful of my past.
Mm.
You understand?
Mm.
Because I grew up without my father, and most of my life like I was living with my stepfather. You understand?
Yeah.
So being raised by my mom, you understand? Even though my stepfather was there, but you know, he was distant.
Yeah.
You understand? In terms of emotionally, you understand? He was there, but he was distant. You understand? So growing up, bro, I saw my mom, you know, grinding, trying everything she can, like, to make sure that, you know, I live like a good life. You understand? So that shaped me as a man. You understand? Because I don't know what kind of a guy I was gonna be if my real father, my biological father, was there. You understand? Because what I know is he had money. You know, he was making fine. You know, I could have studied somewhere, maybe Kuro. I could have done drugs because I always had money. You know, I could have been, you know, that guy. You understand? You know, sometimes God, bro, takes things. You know, he removes you so that you don't get access to certain things because they're not gonna build you or add value to your journey, to where you are going. You understand?
True, G. And I feel like most people, that's what they don't notice, man.
Yeah.
With him, you need to be grateful. Do you know, Uti, there are some people who there's someone who went under a situation, but God didn't take their fathers. Today, there are a lot of people that we know, rich. They would come back to our labels.
Yeah.
They would come back with 500. They would come with cars.
Wow.
And we would feel that in faith.
We feel that, like,
You would, to a point where you'd even blame your parents.
obvious.
Whether you think
That's what we do, like, most of the time.
Not only realize, you're gonna realize later to God was saving. God saved me. Because the one that had money, kaya, maybe they passed away, maybe as your case.
Yeah.
Babako passed away. But you're a man, you take responsibility, that groomed you in a sense.
Exactly.
And then there was a child who went under your very same situation, but their fathers didn't pass away.
Yeah.
Namhlanje people sit down by
Exactly. Bro.
So some things literally very deep.
Yeah, some things they're very deep, bro. They're very deep. So I feel like we are jumping.
Okay.
We were on the finding a girl who has like 2 kids, you understand?
Yeah.
So let's go back there, you know. Let's not jump. Because I know us, bro.
We jump
Yeah.
adrenaline.
Yeah. 2 minutes we in Cape Town, 2 minutes we in Dubai, 2 minutes we in Zambia, you understand? We travel. So now, bro, going back to what you've said, yeah? This thing of checking like someone's background, like, you know, their past. At some point, it's good. You understand? But it doesn't mean that you have to dwell in his past or in her past. You understand? You know, okay, she's done that. I know people I know women. I know a woman. Let me just put it that way. You understand? I know someone who was partying, grooving, you know, sleeping around. And today, she's married, you understand, to a pastor. Understand? God saved her. You understand? Now, and she's doing fine currently in her life. You understand? So, what I'm trying to say is, her past never defined her. Some of the things that people do, bro, their stages, you know, adolescents. You understand? And most of the time, you find out these people, they had children when they were still young, on their teen ages. Most of the time.
Okay, my friend, no, you get married to a person who has 3 children, 2 children apart.
Yeah.
You get married to her.
Would I date?
Yeah, would you date her?
No, I say no. Okay. Before I would say no, but now my mindset have changed because there's a time, like, you know, there's this guy who visited me at home, like, he's a family friend, you know. So he was talking about, you know, the power of surnames. You understand? He was like, he wished to start his own surname, you understand? Because his surname, he feels like, you know, it has like some bad spirit or bad tonton, and he's the only one who's doing fine in his family. So it's like I'm gonna start my own surname because I don't want my children to use my surname. You understand? Because he feels like it is something wrong.
Like my generational case.
Yeah, my generational case is something like that. You understand? At some point, he was like to me, if I want to do that, I should have done that, anytime because I want to. But the problem is sometimes you need to appreciate who you are, where you come from, and then know where you are going. You understand? Because you can't let your surname define you.
Yeah.
You understand? Because a lot of people will be like, kulo Muslim, mfethu akapeta vele, mfethu lapha mele bahlaba imbuzi emnyama or imbuzi emhlophe nani mele bayogeza yabo into enjalo. So this guy was like, some of these things, bro, they don't make sense.
True.
Because these people, bro, we don't have money. And people are gonna come to us and they'll be like, imbuzi mad. It's not, you can't find imbuzi for free. You understand? Where will I get it? I feel like people, these things, bro, should give you a different perspective of why is it that bakumele ukuthi ngithole imbuzi nani I make sure ukuthi lezo zinto ngiyazithola but bakumele ngiyofuna umsebenzi nama-CV nani ngiyahluleka. Anginamali yokuprinta ama-CV, anginamali yani but bakungathiwa manje kumele wenze umsebenzi, imali izoba khona.
People who are like that, my friend. I'm telling you, tell them about imperative things like CVs. Let's go look for a job there, man. But tell them what imfethu nenye strong it's already the standard one. Abona lapha into zezakhaya, let's put it 15,000. That guy can make a plan.
I told him 15,000.
I told any extra in transport.
Exactly.
That's true. There are people who are like,
there's a story. My mom, ne?
Yeah.
She's not a religious person.
Yeah.
No matter Christianity or the African spirituality or whatever it is.
Yeah.
She believes in God. And she doesn't do all these things, brother, that I've heard people saying, hey, you need to do this. Hey, maybe and so. My mom will be like, we don't do that.
Yeah.
You understand? We don't do that because we don't know where those things come from.
True.
It worked before for our great fathers. It doesn't mean it's gonna work for us.
You know what I always say, Prince? We can take a line of, say, 100 people.
Yeah.
It's a missing line.
Yeah.
And then when at the back, you tell the next person or the person in front of you, mhlambe uthi, next week ngihamba ngeDurban.
Yeah.
Do you think my friend lo muntu is 1 or is 100, it's still going to be the same?
No.
It's a change. So that's why I'm saying, Guti, when all these things about Zenza started, they started that back
there.
Do you think, Guti, there are no mistakes that have been made? They are changed, Alento.
Yes, things have changed, bro.
Exactly.
And because we don't receive information, asithathi information ngendlela efanayo. Ngathi manje ngenzela icoffee. Ne? And the coffee lami lenze libe mnyama. You understand?
Yeah.
But libe nebisi, but libe mnyama. Do you know there are people who can make a coffee libe mnyama but still ibisi likhona?
My friend.
I'm telling you, yazi ukuthi benzani? They don't put so much milk.
Oh, I get what you're trying to say. Like,
yeah. By faka nje kancane.
Yeah.
You understand? But good taste, but kancane. Then bayibiza ngokuthi it's the strong coffee.
Oh, yeah.
Then there's the light coffee, lelivele nebisi, you understand? Coffee alitaste kakhulu, taste ibisi kakhulu. You understand?
Get you, yeah.
So umunye umuntu ngathi manje ngenzela icoffee. But because azange ngibuza ukuthi linjani, uyoyenza lifunwa wuye. You understand? So the information nayo kunjalo. Because babakutshela something azange ubuza, uyoyenza lento efunwa wuye.
Yeah.
Not what you've been told ukuthi uyenze.
True.
Understand? It's the same as ebholweni. The coach will be like, wena umsebenzi wakho is to score. You understand? Every time bawuthola ibhola uyakora. You understand? And now this guy, every time bakathola ibhola uyashaya and now uyakhutha. Ne? Akakori uyakhutha.
Yeah.
Understand? The teammates bazothini? Bazomlwisa. Eventually uzoyenzani? Will change lento abamtshele yona ukuthi hey wena kumele ukore. Every time athola ibhola uyashaya. Asikafuna ukuphasa because now understand ukuthi information noma ungayireceive ne still kunabanye abantu ohlala nabo endlini. For abantu abakuma relationship, let's say uhlala nomkakhe endlini. Egini bathi bawufika endlini ukhuluma nomkakho is going to tell you i-view yakhe indlela abona ngayo lento wena umtshela yona. Now information seyachinja because now you've received another information on top of that information, you understand? It's no longer the the same information that you receive from the elders or whatever. Bro, I want us to talk about Christianity, bro. Ne? What do you think about Christianity?
My friend, I'm sorry that I'm gonna say this. Ne?
Yeah.
I feel like Christianity. I don't know. I swear.
Yeah.
I feel like Christianity is delusional. Delulu.
No, it's not delusional, bro.
I'm gonna tell you why.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you why I'm saying Christianity.
Yeah.
Okay, let me first tell you this, my friend. My belief.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't believe, and I always say this to people. I'm not a Christian.
Yeah.
I'm a citizen of the kingdom of God. I feel like Christian is religious, and anything that has been anything that is religious, for me, it has turned into a cult.
Yeah.
You know what I believe, ne?
Yeah.
I believe heaven is a country.
Yeah.
And the Bible is their constitution.
Okay.
Like South Africa.
Yeah.
Constitution.
It's a constitution, yeah.
There's their responsibilities,
their rules,
rights, their laws.
Yeah.
I feel like heaven is a country, God is the president, and the book that we call the Bible is our constitution.
Yeah.
You open the book, there are laws, there are promises. Like South Africa. You open there, they tell you, as long as you are a South African citizen, you are promised that you're gonna have free education, basic needs, they're gonna be altered unto you. Like heaven. Then I feel like Christianity is us or people trying to act smart. You can go to a church now, they're gonna tell you things that are not in the Bible.
Yeah.
That's Christianity for me. That's why I'm saying to you, Christianity at first, Paul, you see, in the olden days, Christianity was top notch.
Yeah.
But now Christianity is something else. My friend, you can go to church now. I've been to churches many times. You're going to find women wearing short skirts in the presence of the Lord, and you're saying there's the Holy Spirit. They're going to tell you, no, it's not about how you look outside, it's about in your heart. No, my friend, that's bullshit. Sorry to say.
So I get your point, and I don't say what you're saying is wrong or is right, you understand? But I also have my point, you understand, of what I think about Christianity. So I think Christianity is not just about laws, and rules, I think Christianity is about wisdom for life. I have things that I've written about Christianity, you understand? So being a Christian isn't about following rules blindly. It's about learning how to live in alignment with God, understanding responsibility, love, and timing. You understand? So I'm gonna go for this topic that people always talk about: sex before marriage, or sex and marriage. Let me just put it that way: sex and marriage, for example, are not just about pleasure, but they're also about responsibility. Because you have to understand that every choice has consequences. Emotional, financial, spiritual. You understand? And also it's about partnership. Marriage is a union that requires wisdom, communication, and sacrifice. And also it's about legacy, bro. Children, we have to understand that children are not just a product of love. They're a lifelong responsibility. I say this because, we've talked about this thing of, most Christians, young Christians, or not even young, but most Christians, they get married because they want to do sex freely without people saying, hey, sex before marriage, this, sex before marriage is that, you understand? So many people, they treat marriage as a license for sex, not as a covenant for life. And the mistake and then unnecessary hardship. What's your take on this?
On the marriage part?
No, on what I just said.
No, it's true, G. It's very true. I'm not gonna add anything because I feel like you said a mouthful. I'm not gonna add anything. But yeah, that's very true. We get married for all the wrong reasons. We really do get married for all the wrong reasons. Some get married because it's I feel like most of the things that we do it because of people. I'm 30 years old. Futhi kakhulu, majority it's the woman. I'm 30 years old. They're gonna get married to whoever who comes to them and says, would you please be my wife?
Yeah.
So I feel like, true, most people get married because they want to clear their consciousness when they have sex.
Yeah.
But also another factor, and I feel like this one, abantu bazothini. You know that thing?
Oh.
What will people say? It's called a lot of people, not in terms of marriage, also in terms of sebenza.
Yeah.
Call you now, they say, branga msebenzi lapha, kumele uphoxe udaka lapha nje egroundini ngiyacabanga. Yo, mangazidlula uPrince lapha uphoxe udaka. Hayi. Yo, angakashadi. Prince ushadile, mina ngakashadi. Abantu bathini? You get married, ungakho ready.
Yeah.
You see?
Yeah.
Yo, Prince unomntwana. I don't have a child. All my friends have children. Uyabrekisa. So I feel like it's most of abantu bazothini. That's what kills us the most. And futhi youth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, bro, I want to tell you something there. I have 2 daughters in there. And I don't want to say my kids, they're a mistake. I hate that, you understand? Because I knew, bro, if I did sex without a condom, you know, consequences are going to come. And the consequences are my 2 daughters, the Cocomelons. You understand? So at some point, when our parents, bro, they teach you about, hey, don't have sex, use condom. I understand. It's not like they don't want you to have sex, but they are telling you not to have it because they know, bro, the consequences. They know that, bro, once you have kids, you will forget about your life. You understand? You'll start to live life for your kids.
Yeah, true.
You know, at a young age. Because as for me, bro, I never enjoyed I'm still not enjoying my youth era. Because responsibility, bro, they are coming right, left. You understand? So instead of me being me, I became a father. Responsibility like took in, bro.
Yeah.
You understand? And I don't have any choice.
Really, you don't.
I don't have any choice. I have to make sure my kids, like, they are well taken care of every time. You understand? So that's one thing also, like, I feel like we need to talk about. You understand? Growth.
I mean,
You understand?
What I want to ask you, this is one thing that I want to ask you, is what made you stay?
Yeah.
Because majority of the gents, Kasongo, they ran. What made you stay? What is it that convinced you, and what is it that made you stay grounded to say, this is the man that I am, and these are the principles that I bind to? I'm not gonna run. I'm gonna face my mistakes or my action. I'm gonna take responsibility and accountability. What made you stay?
First is, you know, I love the word integrity. You understand? Because at some point, bro, I had no intentions to run. I knew I messed up, you understand? And I had to fix my mistakes, because I believe if you've messed up, bro, and you don't fix your mistake, they will always hunt you.
Yeah, the bridges that you burn.
Yeah, they'll always hunt you, you know, and they will find you. And it won't be easy. That is why they say, fix the problem now that you still have time. You understand? Because if you postponing,
you're cool.
It becomes big, and you'll be not be able to handle, you understand, that problem. You understand? So in my mind, I was like, there's no point of running, because at some point I had like a good support, you know, supportive structure. My parents, you understand? And also being the kind of a guy that I was.
Yeah.
Because the first thing that I did when I had, like, okay, back then, the mother of my child, when they told me she's pregnant, and I was told by my mom, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she's pregnant. You know, when time goes by, they told me, you know, she's having twins. You understand? Luckily, bro. Luckily, by God's grace, you know, I got a job. You understand? Because I don't know if maybe I didn't impregnate her, would I still, like, be looking for a job? Or I was going to, like, relaxed at home, be that guy, drink alcohol, you understand? Whatever I was doing by that time. Understand? So having kids, bro, it changed me. Because it made me to be a father. And I made sure that I don't want my kids to grow up without a father, because I grew up without my father. And I don't want that to be a cycle. You understand?
Yeah.
I don't want that to be cycling.
Yeah.
Especially like as a man, bro, if you are having like daughters, bro, you must make sure that you show up. Not only daughters, even like to sons, you understand? But I feel like daughters are more important because, hey, bro, daughters, they bring problems.
Yeah.
They bring a lot of problems. If you don't teach them early in life, hey, they're gonna become like, that is why like I always try by all means that, my kids, they spend more time with me. You understand?
Yeah.
With my mom, because I know she's gonna give them like the best life advices. Understand?
No.
Yeah. So, but let's talk about growth now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna touch, on what we just talked about. Men running away when they hear that their girlfriends are pregnant or their wives.
Yeah.
I feel like also one thing that makes men to run away is responsibility. Some other people they were never taught about responsibility. There are people who are ignorant, bro, like real ignorant. One thing that I hate is someone who's gonna, they say there's someone who's knocking, in my door, and then they open the door, they come in, they don't close the door back. That person is ignorant. You find that door closed, you open it, and then you leave it like that. My mom would be like, you understand?
True. Yeah.
I define a ignorant person who opens the door and leaves it like that. Why don't you close the door?
It's those little things that tell you a lot about a person.
Yeah.
It gets back to science. It's science.
Yeah.
I want to give you a typical example. It's when you always know, man, when someone is gonna hit you or when you're gonna have an abusive partner. Sorry to drift, just that I'm making an example to you with those little things. A partner that's usually gonna hit you, they show you signs before they do. Right? Anything when they haven't hitten you, but it's a sign.
The words.
Yeah. Those are signs. I feel like even with people, it's like that. A person that's not used to responsibility, you see, typical example, I'm drinking juice here.
Yeah.
The first thing that I need to do when I stand up is take this glass and put it on the sink, or wash it or whatever.
Yeah.
But the moment
unless there's someone who's gonna take that glass,
but still, there's no. Even if there's someone, there are things. Even if you have a thingy when a prince, even if you have a sibobizangabo aunt, or for lack of a better word, I'm a mate, but I don't like calling them that. Even if there are people, even if you have someone who helps you at your house, there are those things, man, that for me. Typical example, I'm an aunt. I feel like when I'm okay, you can under.
Yeah.
Yabo, yeah, ngeke manje lo auntie noma ngathi washa ngomshini, there are things that you're not supposed to do. Uceda kuhle. Usesenezandla prince. Ngeke uthathe le plate ubeke la ushiye la just because uno auntie. So the u-auntie uze lapha for you for ucleaner, mhlambe nokwasha nogeza izitsha, yeah, but there are those basic things.
Uzenzele
wena. Fana namuntu ngizombona umuntu esitolo, I mean I get angry. Like customer liyafika. Yes, we know there are people that are helping us there. And I'm saying this to all behalf on all the retail cashiers or sales consultants. If a customer, my friend, you can see what's in a pack of jeans that are packed, and the very same jeans that are packed there are good really, they're not packed. Instead of taking those ones, keep lapha, ayinyuburule, ayibheke, ayibeke lapha ahambe. Why do you do that? It says a lot about you, about your character.
Yeah. Others they don't know, bro. That is why like retailers they hire shop assistant.
Yeah.
Because I feel like that's the shop assistant job. Like when a customer comes in, bro, like assist the customer. That's your job.
Yeah.
Tell her or him that no, you can't open that jean. Those jeans are there on the shelves. Making an example, they're the same as the one on the rails that are hanged on the rails.
But yeah, I get what you say.
You understand? But others they don't know.
But my friend, that means they can't see.
Yeah, bro. When I enter the shop, I only see the jeans that are flat pegged there on the shelves. You understand? They beg. When they flat peg them, then they look more appealing. I ain't here, bro. Ngwabona mahle lapha. Bawugoqiwe.
So from the
Then
distance you come there, you pass those jeans there, you can't see them there.
My focus is on that one that is flat packed there.
Hey, but no, but jump, there are a lot of things. Others they would come in the shop, but they come there, maybe they're having snacks or having ice cream. As soon as they're done with the ice cream, they throw the paper down the floor.
Those they are just lacking respect. Other people, they don't even have respect for themselves, bro.
True.
How can you, let's say you are eating like snacks, you understand? Once you're done, you just throw your plastic.
You are a pig.
You're a pig, my guy.
Yeah.
Uyingulube. Understand? Yeah, uyingulube.
Yes, Ukaso.
I don't know Kasongo Shukti.
Because I don't know now what Kasongo means, but maybe it means running away. Yeah.
So, bro, let me ask you a question. How do you feel, bro, about this thing of, people not getting umsebenzi, not getting jobs, like?
Okay. You know what my...
Okay, let me put it this way. Do you think the problem is with us, the people who are looking for the job, or the companies that are hiring, or the system of South Africa in terms of hiring? There's a lot of corruption. Do you think like that, or you feel like people are ignorant, or there's something that we are doing wrong, maybe when we're typing our CVs or on interviews?
You know what I was saying, eh?
Yeah.
The most people that I'm going to blame, and I'm probably going to get slammed for this, is us. You know why?
Yeah.
We lack knowledge, and we run away from getting knowledge and knowing things.
Yeah.
My friend, the truth of the matter is, even if they can open all the companies and say there's employment, not all of us are going to work.
Obvious.
Not all of us are going to go work at Sasol. There's only limited space.
Exactly.
My friend, there are things like entrepreneurship. There are things like about NYDA.
Yeah.
There are things like starting a business, going through CIPC, registering your business.
Yeah.
There are things that fund, like Amaloto, they fund NPO, NGOs. And I can name what's actually.
Yeah.
But you can go out here now. Sasa, it's a Friday. You're gonna find umuntu to unemployed. Uhlezi akukhalela Tuesday. Wadibana naye. Unomuntu unemali yotshwala udakiwe, but wadibana naye uthi intwana. Intwana mani ngicela ungifake esipanini, intwana mangacova iCV yami, intwana ngifake esipanini. And you think to yourself, Brian, there are a lot of things. The thing is, Tina, what I have noticed about generation yamanje, jahela izinto zokugcina sifuna ukuzenza ekuqaleni.
Yeah.
My friend, alcohol doesn't run away. If you love alcohol, that should be your motivation. I need to have my own money so I can grow. I need to. Because, my friend, we can complain about corruption. Yes, there is corruption.
Yeah.
So complaining, my friend, doesn't pay us.
Doesn't pay us, man.
We can complain about connections. You know why don't you try and now it's only connections, my friend? Because you know what I feel like? Now I feel like it's Guluva for himself, Baba God for us all.
Yeah.
That's what. Yeah. It's Guluva for himself, God for us all. We can complain, but what we need to do at the end of the day is make sure when your future is secured and your children's future is secured. Yes, all the sectors that you named, starting from the Department of Labor or Department of Hiring on going there. Yes, there is corruption, really. All of these departments, from basic education to higher education to arts and culture to all these departments, there is corruption.
Yeah, corruption will always be there.
Will always be there.
But that doesn't mean like it's the reason why we don't get
employed.
That's not the
example.
Reason.
There are people like Abu Meg G, to name a few. Meg G worked at a radio station. They chased him away. He didn't go home and say, yo, they chased me away and relaxed up and tried his life away. You know what he did? He started a podcast. He got 100 views or whatever. But look at him today. I can name a whole lot of people. And I can name a whole lot of people who never worked a day in their lives. But namhlanje, they're having money. Kespanyo West is one proof ukuthi it's not about ukuthi manje wena imsebenzi ayikho or esikolweni awucedanga. Fana la emhlabeni, one thing, consistency, dedication, and hard work. Phela, ukuthandaza. Phela. And this thing of us believing with masithandaza, we're going to get jobs and stuff. You need to work and pray. Work and pray. Work. To consistency. Whatever you do, decide. Mina, I want to focus on this sector, or I want to focus in this profession, or whatever it is. If you wanna do acting, make sure you're dedicated, you're consistent, and you may connect. As ezizokudibanisa nabantu aba-right.
Yeah.
Phela, that's all you need.
Yeah,
Not
yeah, bro, that's
complaining.
true, bro.
I feel like thina manje we complain a lot. G. We complain a lot. We've been complaining. What do we do? Do you think if our parents ngesikhathi apartheid they complain ngabe apartheid ipheli? No, ngabe namanje
Maybe
complain.
Yeah.
You see, so
That's true.
complaining, Buffett, there's nothing that I hate is complaining. And me,
That's
I'm a victim of complaining. I can tell you now, if I wasn't a complainer. Complaining is a spirit from the devil. I don't wanna lie to you. Because the more you complain is the more you feel entitled to. Yeah, I mean, I'm getting seized. Why am I seized? So,
Yeah.
man. Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people, they don't know what is life.
Yeah.
You understand? And people's life is just, the existence. And it's not just about life. That life, bro, it's about alignment and growth, bro. Many people think life is about survival. I need to get a job. Ngikwazi ukuthenga ukudla, ngilale ngidlile. Yeah, you understand? Pleasure or chasing status. And the logo temporal.
True.
Understand? True life, bro, it's when you master yourself.
Yeah,
your mind, your emotions, your choices, your habits, all these things. You understand? And walking your purpose, bro.
Yeah.
The reason you were born and the impact only you can make.
Yeah.
You understand? Learning from every season.
Yeah.
The pain, the joy, the success. You understand? And the failure. These are all teachers. You understand? These are all teachers.
True.
And another truth is life is about discovering the truth and the meaning. You understand? Like why things happen. You understand? How people influence each other. What is true love? We learn about responsibility, about integrity. What integrity means. You understand? In my life, what does it mean? How do I want the society? Babangibona, bangibuke njani?
Yeah.
You understand? Abakhuluma ngonathi, nkosi nathi, yini abantu ufuna bayisho. And life will always test your character.
True.
Yeah.
True.
Will always test your character, bro.
True.
Like your patience, your discipline, humility, wisdom, bro. You understand? Because without this, you understand, your patience, discipline, humility, wisdom, without luck, there's no life.
True. Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
So, bro, yeah.
Yeah, man.
That was it, bro, for today, bro.
Yeah, but I really enjoyed this one. And I hope the listeners also, they're going to enjoy this one.
Yeah.
And I always want to say this. Guys, in fact, to sponsors, wherever you are, if you're listening, please, man, anything, man. Even you guys, even you listeners, if there's something, any input that you have or any advice that you have for us, the comments are there. And please do tell your friends and do stream, because without you, this thing won't be possible. And this is for us, man. It's for all of us. We're a family here. I like to call you all the IoT gang. But yeah, guys, this is for you all. Stream, comment, and share it with other people, your family.
Exactly.
It's safe. Even children can listen to our podcast. It's family friendly, if I might put it.
Yeah.
But for now, my name is Nkosinathi Kupeka, God's favorite son, and I come bearing news that you never knew because they obviously knew, and I'm signing out.
Yeah. Before I close, I just want to give out a quote about life. Life is a journey of mastery, purpose, and integrity, where true meaning is discovered in the alignment of your actions, relationship, and spirit. This is your boy Nkosana, signing out.
That was Inside Out Talk Podcast. The views and opinions expressed in this podcast are those of the hosts and guests and do not necessarily reflect the views or opinions of our sponsors, partners, or affiliates. The information discussed in this podcast is for general information purposes only and should not be considered as professional advice. Listeners should consult with a qualified professional before making any decisions based on the information discussed. We do not own the rights to any music or audio clips played during the podcast, and all rights belong to their respective owners. By listening to this podcast, you agree to hold harmless the hosts, guests, and producers from any claims, demands, or damages arising from the use of this podcast.